What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new video. If you're clicking on this video, you know exactly what the topic is. We're going to actually be creating some homemade sunset graphics, which is going to be pretty cool. And before I begin, the company that sells sunset graphics is a company called allsunsets.com. They do have an affiliate program. I'm personally not affiliate. I'm not an affiliate at all. But I thought that this would be a good idea to show people how this stuff can potentially be done. So if you want to check out their company, it's called allsunsets.com. And let's get to some quick shoutouts. The YouTube channel that I found out about this service called All Sunsets is called Ryan Hugh or Ryan Hogue. Sorry if I pronounced the name wrong, the last name wrong. I apologize. I've been watching this guy for a while. I love his videos. He's really smart. He makes a ton of money on passive income, and I'm a big fan of his. And so shout out to Ryan. If you guys probably all know about him. I mean, let's be realistic. He's got 89,000 followers roughly. So shout out to him. Speaking of shoutouts, we have to do what is right and give a shout out to Income Stream Surfer's YouTube channel. The guy, sorry, the name escapes me. I think his name is Hamish. Sorry once again if I pronounced the name wrong. Shout out to him. He gave me a shout out not too long ago, and I mentioned that I would shout him out, but I completely forgot. And his video popped up today about the update for 2022 SEO Redbubble. So shout out to him, and I'll go ahead and check these guys out. Income Stream Surfers, Ryan Hogue, Ryan Hugh. Sorry once again with the names. Income Stream Surfers, Ryan Hogue. Shout out to these two guys for doing a great job in the space. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about creating the sunset design. So honestly, guys, I like to have fun with this tool. This is the tool called Canva.com. It's a free tool for most people, and most features are free. And we're gonna actually create our own sunset image. So the first thing you want to do is you want to go over here to lines and shapes. So click on these elements and look for lines and shapes. And what you want to look for is this donut, this fat donut kind of image, right? And we'll just keep it black for now. So let's go ahead and transfer the color black. And you guys know I'm not an artist or anything like that. I just like to create some cool graphics sometimes and like to just learn a little bit more and have fun. I'm not a hardcore designer, so, it is what it is. But you want to enlarge the image to the point where it gives you a nice size circle in the middle that you're comfortable with. And you want to kind of center it, right? So you have these purple lines that kind of show you as a guide. And so I have it centered right here. And you also want the black to cover all the edges, right? And so now what we want to do, and this is my first time doing this, by the way, so I'm doing this on the spot, but I think it's going to look good, is we need to get like these rectangles or squares, right? And we need to get them in different colors depending on how we want to set up our sunset rainbow kind of thing. So here we can go for a red, right? And I'm not even sure if they do use red, but what we do is we're going to place it like this, and then we're just going to place it backwards. So kind of like that, right? And that's once we're happy with the placing. Now what we could do is, or let's just go ahead and push this back for a second. Let's just duplicate this. So Control D, let's duplicate it, and let's just give this a tint lighter than the red that we originally used. So we could go like right here, right? Something like this maybe. And we can go ahead and duplicate this. And we can go with maybe even lighter tint of red. So this will be like an all red sunset kind of thing. Something like this, from a light to a pink. And we can duplicate this again. We have one more image here, or one more rectangle. And we could change up the sizes too. But we want to leave them relatively equal for now. So let's just go here, make it even lighter. And what we'll do is, since they're all about the same size, is I'll just increase this one slightly. And the height on it is 154. So let's kind of maintain that here. Let's make the height here 154 as well. Let's go here, 154. And that's 153, but good enough. And let's go with 161 here. So clearly we do need some more space, but let's just leave it there the way it is. And actually, let's increase it just a little bit. Sorry about that, guys. Let's increase it slightly. And there we go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to push these images to the back, right? These rectangles. So let's go ahead and push them to the back here. And push this one to the back. It doesn't have to be exact, obviously. And you know what I actually would do is I would take this graphic, this bottom one, and let's go ahead and actually do that. Let's make it a little bit thinner. And let's make the change slightly, or let's kind of thicken it. And let's make it even lighter. Let's go ahead and do that. Almost like a white. Let's push it back. And, you know, honestly, I feel like we could have another color in between. And so let's go ahead and do that as well. And like I said, you guys can be as creative as you want with these tutorials, with these different guides. So let's duplicate this. And let's go for something that fits in between these two. Kind of like that. Let's do this again here. Let's drag this down, and you could even have them overlap a little bit each other just to make sure that there's no white space in between. Kind of like this. And we'll push everything, we'll push this black circle forward. Kind of like that. So now we have a sunset, maybe not the best color. I'd probably have to play with the color codes, but you guys kind of get the idea. You know, maybe we could fix it. Let's go ahead and try to fix this. Why not? So let's make this right here. And then let's do this here. Okay, that seems like a little bit better to me. All right, there we go. Yeah, perfect. This is what I'm happy with. So let's go ahead and push that to the front. There we go. So that's a decent colored sunset right here. Now what we're going to do is download this not in transparent, but just the way it is. Right? So let's go ahead and download this image, but let's go ahead and go over here and remove our background. Now, if you don't have this background remover feature, what you could do is go to GIMP, and you could see here, sometimes the background remover feature isn't perfect. We can go to GIMP. Let's open up GIMP. Did I open it up? Let's go ahead and open it up. All right. And what we're going to do is we're going to take the image and drag and drop it into GIMP. So like I said, sometimes the background remover feature is not perfect with this application, with Canva. But it's perfectly fine. Like, it's no big deal. And we're going to take this and we're going to drag and drop it into GIMP. All right. And with GIMP, we're going to hit this fuzzy select tool, and we're just going to select all the black. And then what we're going to go to do is layer, transparency, add alpha channel, make sure that's added. Let's go over here to the eraser and just erase all the black, just like that. So now we have a perfect colored sunset here. Let's go ahead and hit File, Save, and it's a red sunset, by the way, or File Export, rather. File Export, and we're going to overwrite the image. Okay, let's go ahead and get rid of all the changes. Let's see here, it uploads in transparent format. So this is perfect. So now we have basically a template of a sunset that we could use for the future if we want. So now let's be creative. Let's think of some different ideas that we could use with sunsets. If I go over to Redbubble, let's go ahead and go over to Redbubble. Let's see what the kind of designs people do with sunsets. So I'm going to type in sunset here. Let's take a look at some of the designs. And you can see here we have a sunset with like a tree in front of it, sunset with a sun. What I was thinking is we could do a sunset with like a black background in front of it, kind of like this one. So let's just take a look here. I'll show you guys this. And like a black mountain range, right? So we could search here in our elements that Canva gives us. We could search for something like car, right? And what we're looking for is almost something like a black or a white even, transparent, kind of, not transparent, but the background has to be transparent. And what we could do is just drag this forward, something like this, right? And we could write a quote about driving. We could search for quotes about driving. So let's go ahead and do that and search for quotes about driving, right? And the quote, let's say here, leave sooner, drive slower, live longer. That's a great quote we could use, right? Leave sooner, drive slower. We could write that on top here, and then live longer on the bottom. So let's go ahead and do that, actually. So let's decrease the size of the sunset. We have this size of the image here of the car. And let's go ahead and add some text here. So we have this text. And what is the quote again? Leave sooner, drive slower. We could do that. Let's go ahead and copy this. and let's paste it right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to have it only have like one line to it. And let's make it a little bit smaller. Drag it here. We're going to go into effects within Canva and have a curved effect to it. And of course, you could switch up the text. We're going to go ahead and capitalize all the text and kind of make it fit just a little bit. Leave sooner, drive slower. And then we're going to duplicate it and then copy the rest of it, live longer. And we're going to just remove all the text that was once there. And we're going to type in live longer here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this and have the opposite effect. So at a 42 circular angle, we're going to go back and select 42 in the reverse. Let's go ahead and select 42 here. And there we go. The ring fits in with the rest of the text. You could see here where the ring is, and it's just about right there, right? And so what we could do is we could have this as a sticker. We can upload this into Canva. We could do this, not Canva, sorry. We can upload this into Redbubble. We can add this on Merch by Amazon. And if you want to have a black background, what we could do as well is we can select the black background for your design here to see how it looks, and just go with the white text. Right? Or better yet, we could go with some tint of some sort of red text even, right? Like it might look good to go with something like this, for example. Leave sooner, drive slower, live longer. We could even get fancy here and create bigger icon text, or bigger font rather. And we can change the effect here to make it a little bit more circular to wrap around the text here, or the image. And you can see here, it looks great. It looks professionally done, and you created a whole design. What you could do is, to create like 50 variations of something like this, is you can alter the image in the middle so that the whole different topic is different. You know, the whole topic is different. Like you could add a picture of a dog and have quotes about dogs. You can have a picture about a motorcycle in the middle and have quotes about motorcycles. And if you can't think of any quotes, just search for them. It's not like you're stealing. I mean, you're combining different aspects, and you're incorporating them and making them something, cool for your own business. And, this quote, unless I know, I mean, it's not trademarked by anybody. It says unknown author here. So, it's perfectly fine to do something like this. And, do something creative like this. People could take this sticker, this sticker, like something like this could go viral for like some sort of driving organization. I know a lot of people who do create, not a lot, but I know a few people, and they're massively successful, where they take their designs and they send them into Walmarts, they send them into Targets, and they actually perform partnerships with these companies and saying, hey, I want to put my designs on your shirts and have them in your stores, which is pretty insane if you ask me. And something like this could actually save a lot of lives. People seeing this, selling this at a gas station, selling this at a place maybe like, the Grand Canyon, something where people are traveling, right? Yellowstone National Park. I bet you people would buy this. This just looks like a good design, in my opinion. And if you guys notice, if we just had, let's say, just the car on a t-shirt, let's go ahead and duplicate this. Let's delete everything here. If we had just the car on a t-shirt, would it look good? Would somebody buy it? Right? The answer is no. Nobody would buy it if I just had a picture of a car on a t-shirt. Nobody would do this, especially a car like this, right? But when you add multiple elements together, then the design becomes more intriguing, right? And that's kind of the concept of this video, guys. Just be creative, think a little bit creatively, and yeah, enjoy video. Enjoy, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. This is just another, just a little creative video I wanted to make today, just to kind of show you guys a different idea here. And so thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you later, all right? Peace out, bye.